Hello, this is Tyler Beamer from Haywood Community College. This is an instructional math video to show students how to compute a 5-number summary on Excel, and I'm going to use MyMathLab homework problem number 6 from Chapter 6 Section B as a reference. So as you can see, I have this homework problem up on the screen. One nice feature of MyMathLab is if you click on this icon and click on Open in Excel, it will actually take the data from the problem and put it into an Excel file, and then you have to enable editing so you can actually do functions. So that's kind of nice. So we're going to use Excel to work out the problem. I'm going to go through this step by step. Split my screen here so we can see both. Well, I'm not going to split my screen actually. So the first question is find the mean for the East Coast counties. So if you want to find the mean, you can hit equals and average, and double click on average, and that will give us the mean, so we can highlight our data, enter. Okay, so we get 157. Round this to 2 decimal places, 157.77. Okay. Then it asks us for the median of the East Coast county. So the median is the middle of the data. So median for East Coast. Okay, so equals, start typing in median, and then we can highlight our data. Okay, so that's 131.5. Okay, and the range. So the range is the maximum value minus the minimum value. So we can hit equals. We can actually select the highest, which is 314, hit subtract, and then click on the lowest, which is 104.7, and hit enter. And it'll actually subtract those for us, which is 209.4. Okay. And then it takes us through the same thing for the Midwest counties. So let's just do this real quick. Got to work our way to the 5-number summary here. It's going to basically ask us for the same data values. So I'm just going to go ahead and find them all at once here. So equals, once again, average for the mean. I'm doing the Midwest, so I'll highlight those data points. Equals median for the Midwest, equals range is the highest, once again minus the lowest, so we get all of that information. So 116.03 for the mean, median 95.4, and range 140.5. Alright, so now we actually get to the 5-number summary. So there's multiple ways that you can find the 5-number summary. If you click on equals, quartile, Excel actually has two different quartile functions, quartile.exe and inc. And I have noticed that there is not a good correlation or link between what Excel gives us for quartiles and what MyMathLab would like as the answer for quartiles. There's lots of different discussion as to how to actually compute a quartile, and of course, since you guys are using MyMathLab, you probably want to do the method that's going to allow you to get a correct answer on that program. So for odd number data points, it seems that quartile.exe works fine, and for even number data points, not so good. So here's what I recommend as the workaround here if you still want to use Excel. So we're doing this for the East Coast, I believe. You're already going to have 3 of those 5 numbers, right? You're already going to have the min, which you could just look at the list. The lower quartile we're still going to have to find. The middle quartile you already have because that is the median. And the upper quartile we're still going to have to find. And the max you already know, that's the highest number in the data set. So 314.1. So here's what I would recommend. I'd recommend taking these numbers, highlighting them, copying them, pasting them over here. Okay. Then I'd recommend highlighting those numbers and going over here to sort and filter and sort from smallest to largest. That just puts the numbers in order. Okay. So since this is an even number of data points, right, we know that the mean is the average of the middle 2 numbers. So the mean is between 128.8 and 134.2. Okay. So by definition of the book, the lower quartile is the median of the lower half of the data. Well, let's just go literally on that definition and find the median of the lower half of the data, which would be everything below 131.5. So these 3 numbers. Enter. That gives us 123.4. And then the upper quartile, according to the definition of the book, is the median of the upper half of the data. So once again, if our median is 131.5, let's highlight the upper half of the data and find the median of that. And then that should give us our 5-number summary. So let's try those numbers. So the min's 104.7. Lower quartile is 123.4. Upper quartile is 141.4. Middle quartile is 131.5. Once again, that's your median. And then the max is 314.1. So MyMathLab is okay with that. All right. And then so to match the box plot, right, we're just picking essentially the plot that that matches our 5-number summary. Okay, so you can essentially match up our data here. I'm going to write these down. So we've got the low value 104.7, lower quartile 123.4, medians 131.5, uppers 141.4, high values 314.1. Right, so we just need to find a graph that matches that. We can zoom in here. All right, we've got a number line. The whiskers, this is your min, and this is your max. These are the whiskers. This left side of the box is the lower quartile. The upper right side of the box is the upper quartile, and then the line in the middle is the median. So this would not match our 5-number summary. Our low value is 104.7, and I don't think that looks like this is below 100. Well, this might actually be it, because this halfway point here is going to be 110, right? So if this is a little bit below that 110 mark, then that would be 104.7, right? So 123.4, that's our lower quartile. That looks like that's in the right spot. Median 131.5, that looks about right above 130. 141.4 is the upper quartile, that's in the right spot, and then 314.1. Yeah, so this actually would be our box plot. So that's how you'd match that up. So we would select this one, and then it repeats itself for the other counties. Okay. So that's how I recommend doing a 5-number summary for, just to match it up with MyMathLab. Let me just give you an example. If you had a odd number of data points, I'm just going to some random numbers here. So we've got 5 data points. So let's actually make it 7. Alright, so first thing you want to do is put them in order once again. Smallest to largest. Okay. So then that will enable us to find the max pretty easily, because it'll be in order. The lower quartile is Q1, middle quartile or the median is Q2, upper quartile is Q3. Actually, should have typed min right here. And then our max. So we've got our max of 245. So if we've got an odd number of data points like this, to find the median, we still do equals median of the entire data set in order. So that gives us 45. And since it's an odd number of data points, according to the rules in the book, we're going to actually exclude this point when we find the upper and lower quartile. Right. So then we would exclude the median, because there is actually a natural middle here since we have an odd number of data points. So then we would exclude it and find the median of all the numbers below that, which would be these 3. And then we would also exclude it and find the median of the numbers above it to get Q3. So just to make this mesh with MyMathLab, I think it's easiest to use the median function multiple times here to find that 5-number summary. So, all right, if you have any questions whatsoever, please let me know. Stop by the office or email those, or use the Ask My Instructor button. All right, thank you. Have a great day.